This fat quarter bundle has been burning a hole in my stash for quite a while now. I've made a couple different plans and they have all fallen through. And now I'm just at a point where I'm feeling reckless and I just want to make a quilt, even if it ends up being the ugliest quilt I've ever made. So I haven't made any mock-ups for this one. I don't know how big it's going to end up being. I'm just going to try to make as many blocks as possible. So my very rough plan is to make an overcomplicated potato chip quilt. If you haven't heard of potato chip quilts, I highly recommend you check them out, give them a look, and I'll include a couple links in the description of this video if you want to head on over there and check it out. Basically, you cut pieces that are twice as long as they are wide, plus some seam allowance, and then it just comes together quickly and easily. But because I'm feeling a little stir crazy, I am definitely going to overthink it. So first things first, I'm going to use the buddy system to pair up each of these fabrics. And since the bundle has 24 fat quarters, I'm going to have 12 pairs of buddies. And I think my only rule when pairing up is to avoid high contrast pairings. I just want to sort of keep everything in the middle. So I want to try to get enough contrast that I can see my piecing clearly, but not so much that it's distracting. So just sort of keep everything very mid. And then maybe later on it'll help when I put everything together. So for instance, I would not pair up my lightest fabric with my darkest fabric down here. It's way too much contrast. But I also wouldn't pair up my lightest and my second lightest because it's way too low contrast. So what I could do actually is take the darkest from this side and pair it up with the lightest and then work my way in this way for this half, and then do the same for this half maybe. Although I'm kind of liking these burnt orange colors with the more purpley colors. So I don't know for sure what I'm going to do. I could also actually, maybe this would work pretty well, I could take the darkest from this side and put it with the darkest from the other side, and then those two could be buddies. And there's still contrast, but it's not like a very high contrast. So those two could be buddies. Maybe I would mix it up a little bit and have these two together and then these two together. So I'm going to experiment with that. Nothing is set in stone yet, but I just want to sort of mix them up a little bit. Although I do think it's a little boring that they're the same design, just different colorway. So I'll have to play around with that. I do know that I'm going to be working on this project pretty slowly, like maybe one pair of buddies, a couple pair of buddies at a time. I really want to enjoy the process because I'm really not sure how it's going to turn out in the end. So I should make sure and have my fun now because it might be a very ugly quilt. Let me know down in the comment section if you want updates as I go. I could also include cutting charts if you are interested. All I know for sure right now is that the finished blocks are going to be 12.5 by 6.5 inches. And then of course, seam allowance later on will be taken out when they're put all together. You know what? I really just do not like this fabric. This one specifically. It has a good sheen though. Interesting, I didn't notice that before. Oh, look at how different the back is. I think I like the back better. But besides the finished block size, I don't have any other measurements worked out. But I've been thinking there will be some that are stripes, some blocks will be flying geese, some might be 4 patches maybe, I don't know, square and a square, that sort of thing. Whatever else tickles my fancy. I think it's going to be a mess, but it's going to be a lot of fun. And then also, I think each pairing that I do is going to be one kind of block. So this pair of buddies here might just be stripes, and then this pair of buddies might be flying geese, and this one over here might be square and a square. Then at the end, if there are any like odd sized leftovers, I'm gonna have to get creative. And because I really want to use every little scrap of this, I don't want a bunch of stuff to end up in my scrap bin. So for now, I'm just gonna keep sorting these. Then I'm going to prep my fabric as I go. And I'm going to just fly by the seat of my pants, I guess. Wish me luck. Thanks for spending time with me today, quilters. If you want to support this channel and help me buy supplies and materials for future videos, please visit my Buy Me a Coffee page linked in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss upcoming videos. And I'll see you again real soon. Bye!